tiny jet plane in the sky. Please drop us off as we fly by. We're an American band, and everything is rocking out of control when we hit Japan.
Welcome, Rebels and Powatiers, to another episode of Famicom Dojo.
I'm your host for this episode.
Oh, no, go ahead. I just thought that...
Oh, it's just that usually I'm the host of the show.
I know, but, we're in Japan, and I thought,
well,
I'd have the opportunity. But no, go ahead,
Oh,
no,
well, you go ahead. I think it's best.
This is awkward.
Would it be awkward if I asked him to hold hands while we hosted?
We could do it together.
Okay.
Is he gonna ask or not? This is awkward. Well, as many of you have been watching the various websites we write for, we just got done with 4 days at Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show. No hot wings yet.
I mean, yay!
No, it was good.
Alright, so as you can see, we're at the Tokyo Game Show. It's only our first day, and we've been to so many booths, basically every company that's here. You can't see it, but this place is enormous.
The first thing that was really surprising to us, I mean, we came here expecting to play a lot of games, to see a lot of things, but we knew that one of the major 3 publishers wasn't coming, that being Nintendo. But we were a little surprised to, so we thought, it's going to be a Sony show, it's going to be a Microsoft show, there'll be a few, third-party Wii games, but what really happened?
Yeah, not so much though. What really happened was that almost every booth that I went to, at least, I don't know about you, I think so, yeah. Had some kind of Wii or DS game, and not only that, but they also had the flashiest displays and sometimes the longest lines, like Umbrella Chronicles, for instance.
Umbrella Chronicles was a huge line. So was Knights. I would say that the only 2 booths without Wii games on display were Sony and Microsoft. Alright, one of the first games I played, one of them that I was really excited for, and that I'm in fact wearing the t-shirt for, hard to be, it's a little biased there, but was No More Heroes. I was really looking forward to this game for a long time. I was a fan of the Killer 7 artwork style and story, if not the actual gameplay. So I wanted to see what he'd do with the Wii controller, he being Suda Goichi. The problem with any game at Tokyo Game Show is you've got 10 minutes to both pay attention to what's going on, learn the controls, which can be a bit challenging. What about you? What was a really good?
Well, what I really liked about it was it looks like it's going to be one of those titles that brings some of the hardcore gamers back into the fold. People who were disappointed with Red Steel and stuff like that. And I know Metroid Prime 3 just came out, and I'm loving that. And yeah, it's really nice to have a new game, a new franchise that looks like it's going to be really fun for everyone who picks it up. Well, another unrated title is the Umbrella Chronicles.
Ah,
it is, isn't it?
Rating pending, but
pending. It'll be
M-rated, definitely.
Definitely. Like we said, it was one of the longest queues at the show. We waited about 90 minutes, it said,
around 90
just
minutes.
To get in.
And we were there first thing in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
The wait, apparently, according to someone I was talking to, got up to 3 hours at one point. When you played it, were you using the Wii Zapper?
I didn't really like it too much because, well, you have to use the nunchuck separately. And shake it around to reload. You got to be able to use the Z and C buttons. The Z button to use your knife or lob grenades when holding down the trigger, and then the C button to switch between weapons, and then the thumbstick, of course, to move around a bit freely. It's kind of restricted at points and a little more free in others. but holding the zapper with one hand just felt awkward to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I played it with the Wii remote, and I was really impressed with the controls. As for the game itself, did you think it had enough depth?
Enough depth. It's a little difficult to tell from the one level we played. We just played on the train from Resident Evil 0, where you control Rebecca or Billy Cohen. The game apparently will go through those stages and tell the story of the Umbrella Corporation.
The cinemas were, I mean, the cutscenes
they were gorgeous.
They were beautiful.
They were fantastic. You know, and it's really nice to see a third party, you know, make an effort as opposed to just kind of slap something together haphazardly.
According to things I've read on the internet, it'll be a light gun shooter that actually takes like 8 hours to finish. Whereas, like, you could finish House of the Dead if you were, you know, in less than 90 minutes. You know. But it's going to take that long to beat. And as you noticed, there were lots of points along with the game where you could choose a slightly different path, or whatever. And I guess that would add a lot of replay, you know, going through the game again. I'm wondering if items found actually affect the plot in any way.
Oh yeah,
We played one stage all by itself, and so we can't really connect what happened there to the rest of the game. But if you like the Resident Evil universe and the story, if you've been following the games and the story, you're going to need to get this anyway, because this will be the, you know, the official how Umbrella Corporation ended according to, you know, the lore of the universe.
And it's only on Nintendo Wii.
It's only on Nintendo Wii for now. I mean, you never know. Sony launched that new GunCon thing, so
oh, that's right.
They could theoretically get it.
As press, we were fortunate enough to attend the Namco presser, which actually everyone could see, but we actually were able to get in there close to the stage and take footage. So they showed off a bunch of their upcoming titles, including Soul Calibur Legends, Soul Calibur 4, and what was it called? Wii Family Trainer.
Yeah, Wii Family Trainer.
It's a take off the Japanese name for, you know, the old Power Pad.
Yep. They also showed Ace Combat 6, Time Crisis 4. The one that people were really excited about, the one that was premiering, was the Wii Family Trainer.
Need more exercise?
Watching the ad for it, it actually looked like an ad pulled right out of the 80s. One of the main problems Namco Bandai is going to have with selling this is it's going to come out right around the time of Wii Fit, which is a similar product, not the same, definitely, but like everyone's joining the fitness craze, and I'm just wondering which ones will take off and which ones are going to be ignored.
Well, I think Family Trainer is a good shot because, as we saw, 2 people can use the pad at once, along with the with the Wiimote and nunchuck, to do certain things such as rowing or jumping on a platform and avoiding obstacles, or the whack-a-mole.
Oh yes.
Panic to relieve that unwanted stress.
Indeed. Well, talking about fitness games, there was also Doko Demo Yoga, which Vinnk got to try out. Why don't you tell us about that, Vinnk?
Oh man, you know, I just got into Tokyo Game Show. It's my first time on the show floor. I've been there like a minute, and some guy comes running up to me with his tote bag, and I'm like, oh god, it's PBS Pledge Shrine, but like it wasn't. But he comes up to me and he's like, do you want a tote bag? And I'm like, this seems a funny question. Would anyone actually refuse a tote bag? And I said, yeah, I'd like a tote bag. And he's like, over here, there's a tote bag for you right there. And he pointed to near a yoga mat. And I'm like, uh-oh. You know, there's that moment when you know something's too good to be true. But I went anyway, and I'm like, I think this might be funny. You should probably film this.
And I did.
But what was actually happening was they were setting up for a big stage presentation, and I was in the front row, the first person that was going to be like demonstrating this game to the press. I mean, there were about 10 other people playing the game or whatever, but I was by far the most awkward. They seem to really like to focus in on me when I was doing positions that had my butt propelled in the air and pointing in a direction that it normally does not.
Well, fortunately for you, I'm sure no one got any of that footage whatsoever.
一度ぜひ体がこれから動かしますよという準備を感じます。
There were cameras everywhere. The only people who didn't get the footage, luckily, is you, because you got hauled away for not having signed up for your press kit.
And when I came back, I had no idea what happened. But in case you don't either, this is actually a DS game. And it wasn't really obvious from the demonstration how someone using a DS was supposed to be able to do this. So fortunately, we got the game's, I don't want to say creator.
It was not a creator. It was someone who works for the Konami fitness centers. Basically what this software is it shows a cel-shaded yoga person on the screen doing the various yoga poses or Pilates poses. And with the stylus, of course, you can rotate, so you can see exactly where your foot needs to be, where your hands need to be. It's very useful. But I always thought the DS has this tiny little screen, and if you're doing yoga, how do you even like get over there? I mean, how do you even tell what's next? So yeah, this woman demonstrated.
ものすごく着心地が悪いんですけど、さらにビルさん猫好き。あ、最高。
Hey, isn't it great to be press?
I love being press.
お願いしておりますが、主人公の飼い猫。はい。お。はい。じゃあね、F4のフォロー。
We'll put in some sound there.
Okay.
That was awkward.
Famicom Dojo 次回
My mother wouldn't allow a power pad in the house.
Shoot it! Yeah, it's all good.
Because we'd rented it a few times and it like knocked dishes off the shelf.
All right, big night.
Although one of my friends had it, but he didn't even have the running game. I don't know. He got it at a garage sale. Or something. He had dance aerobics.
Oh.
I still don't know how.
Is he in theater now?
He's. Oh my God, he is.